Jason stood inside a brightly lit Apple store on a Saturday morning, prepared to hand over $1,199 for a phone that was barely faster than the one already sitting in his pocket. He had done the research. He'd watched every launch video, read every rumor, memorized every spec sheet. He knew the upgrades: a slightly improved camera, a marginally brighter screen, a chip that shaved milliseconds off performance. Yet if someone had asked him what his current phone failed to do, he wouldn't have had an answer. It made calls flawlessly, messages sent instantly. Photos looked great on social media. Every app worked smoothly. His phone was less than 2 years old and performed perfectly. And yet, as he stood in line, he felt a strange discomfort, like his perfectly fine device had somehow become outdated overnight. Nothing about the phone had changed. What had changed was his perception of it. The shift happened the moment he watched the keynote presentation announcing the new model. 24 hours earlier, he felt content. Now, after seeing polished marketing videos showcasing features he would never realistically use, a quiet dissatisfaction had settled in. His phone hadn't degraded. His mindset had. He didn't need a new phone. He needed to believe the one he had was no longer enough. And companies like Apple spend billions every year to make sure that belief feels completely natural. Jason bought the phone. He spent his weekend transferring files, logging into apps, and noticing how familiar everything felt. By Monday, the novelty was gone. It felt like the same experience he'd had before. The excitement lasted a few days. The monthly payments would last 2 years, and in about 18 months he'd be back in line again, convinced once more that he was behind. My name is Daniel, and I spend an unhealthy amount of time thinking about why functional technology suddenly feels obsolete the moment something newer exists. If you've ever upgraded a device only to realize weeks later that nothing meaningfully changed, you already understand what I'm talking about. Today, I'm breaking down how the tech industry has built a system that quietly drains tens of thousands of dollars from the average person over a lifetime, not through innovation, but through perception. I call it the upgrade trap. And once you understand it, product launches will never look the same again. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Tech companies aren't built to sell you one amazing product. They're built to sell you slightly altered versions of the same product repeatedly. Apple, Samsung, Google, all of them have mastered the art of turning satisfaction into dissatisfaction on demand. They don't need to make your phone worse. They only need to make you feel like it's worse. That's far easier. And every year, through launch events, ads, influencer reviews, and hype cycles, they engineer the exact moment when millions of people glance at their perfectly good devices and think, maybe it's time to upgrade. Data shows that Americans replace their phones roughly every 2.5 to 3 years, even though modern devices are capable of lasting well beyond 5 years. The average smartphone now costs over $850, with premium models exceeding $1,000. Over an adult lifetime, that adds up to more than $12,000 spent on phones alone, before accessories, warranties, financing fees, and add-ons. And that's just the beginning. Add laptops replaced every few years, tablets, smartwatches, earbuds, smart home gadgets, streaming devices. Year after year, consumers are nudged into replacing things that are still perfectly functional. Studies show the average American household spends about $1,700 annually on personal electronics. Over decades, that easily surpasses $60,000. That's not innovation spending. That's dissatisfaction spending. So how does this system actually work? First, software-driven aging. Older devices receive updates designed for newer hardware. The phone technically still works, but performance slowly degrades. Apps lag more. Batteries drain faster. The experience subtly worsens. Users assume their device is getting old, when in reality the software has outgrown the hardware by design. Second, repair resistance. Devices are increasingly difficult and expensive to fix. Batteries are sealed. Components are locked. Parts are restricted. When repair costs approach $100, $150, many users choose to upgrade instead, exactly the behavior manufacturers want. Third, the psychological power of the annual release cycle. By launching new models every year, companies condition consumers to feel outdated on a schedule. A phone purchased in January feels premium. After the September keynote, that same phone suddenly feels old, even though nothing has changed. Product launches don't just promote the new device. They subtly attack your existing one. Every comparison slide, every camera demo, every benchmark chart is designed to plant doubt. You're not watching a tech presentation. You're watching a behavioral influence system. Now, yes, technology does improve. But here, the key question, does it improve in ways you actually feel? For most people, the answer is no. A flagship phone from 3 years ago can handle texting, browsing, social media, photos, video, navigation, email, and entertainment just as effectively as today's models. Performance gains of 5% to 10% are invisible in daily life. Slight camera improvements rarely matter outside of extreme conditions. You can't feel a 5% speed increase. You can't see the difference between two nearly identical photo sensors on a phone screen. What you do feel is the psychological comfort of owning the newest version, and that feeling is what you're paying for. Here's the alternative nobody markets to you: buying refurbished devices. A flagship phone from 2 generations ago often delivers 95% of the experience at half the price. The reason these devices flood the market is because original owners were convinced they needed the newer version. This